In this video, I'll be showing you how you can optimize the first king, which is a URL. So before I show you how to do that, let's run through the best practices that you should follow when it comes to optimizing the URL. The first thing you want to do is make sure your URL includes your main keyword. This would be the keyword with the biggest search volume. You also want to make sure that you don't repeat any words. So when it comes to optimizing your URL, along with the other two kings, you want to make sure you have your keyword research sheet ready to hand, as well as you need to be using this as a guide. So now you know what you should be doing. Let's go ahead and run through an example. We can clearly see that from the keyword research sheet, the biggest keyword is best table saw. Notice how I've gone for literally best table saw, which is 5,400 searches every month. I haven't gone for best table saws, the plural version, as the majority of the search volume resides around best table saw. So that's the keyword I'm going to be using. Taking this into consideration, a good URL would look like www.cuttinghq, which is of course my website, .com/best table saw. A bad example of a URL would be www.cuttinghq.com/best table saw job site small shop home use, and you can just see how spammy does this sound. And the reason why is because I'm literally trying to keyword stuff all of these keywords into the URL, where the actual advice I gave is to just include your main keyword, where in this instance we've got like job site, which is actually one of the keywords here in this row. We've got small shop for home use. Again, we've got the keywords small shop right here. We've got home use down here. So it doesn't look great when you try and include all of these keywords. It looks spammy. It doesn't look natural. So make sure you follow these 2 points up here. Another example of a bad URL would be, well, if you was lucky enough to own the domain table.com, a bad URL would also be www.table.com/best table saws. This would be a bad URL because you are repeating the word table. You have the word table in your domain name right here, and you've also got the word table in the second part of the URL. So ideally what you'd want to do if you had table.com is go for table.com/best saws. Just a quick word of warning when it comes to URLs. This only applies to people who already have existing affiliate websites, and that is if the page you are optimizing already has good rankings or backlinks pointing to that page, then you may want to avoid changing the URL. Changing the URL can result in a drop of rankings. It's better to focus on the other two kings to better optimize your website. An alternative solution is if you really do not like your URL and it doesn't include any of your keywords, then you can also set up a 301 redirect and basically redirect your old URL to your new one, which is optimized around the keywords. So to update your URL, log in to your WordPress dashboard, find the page you want to edit, and then click edit on that page. And then this will then open up the WordPress page settings. And you can see we've got a setting on the right hand side called permalink, and that is a URL slug. So you can just go ahead and update that. However, what I prefer to do is do all of these optimizations via a plugin, as it makes it a little bit more easier. And that plugin is Yoast SEO. So I'm going to go into plugins, click add new, and then carry out a search for the plugin Yoast SEO. And of course, if you prefer using Rank Math, as I said earlier, use whatever plugin you are most comfortable with. Mine is Yoast SEO, as I've been using it since I first started my SEO career, and it's pretty much never let me down. All the sites I work on rank on the first page of Google, as you can see from ClickSlice. So once you've got the plugin installed, go back to all pages, find the page we are trying to optimize. Again, mine's going to be this one, best table saws. Then click edit on it again. And then if we scroll down to the bottom of this page over here, we see we have a section for Yoast SEO. And if I scroll down, I see another option for the slug. Again, it's just a repeat of what we have here. But the reason why we're going to be using Yoast and not just updating it here is because we have other options to update things such as an SEO title and the meta description, which are other things I ran through. So let's just do the URL for now. So for the URL, I'm going to include my biggest search for keyword, which is best table saw. I'm going to go for saw and not saws because that is where the search volume is. So I'll just copy that and then go back to here, paste it in like so. You can't have any gaps between your words in the URL, so just close up the gaps with a space. Then once you've done that, go ahead and click update. And then just like that, the URL has now been optimized.